Hello, and welcome to a special bedtime tale on Jeweled History. I am Christina, your gentle storyteller, and tonight we slip into the secret world of a remarkable rock called Basalt. And this is no ordinary stone. It is dark as midnight dreams, born from the fire deep in the earth's heart, and it has whispered a story for millions upon millions of years. Settle under your blanket, let your eyelids grow heavy, and listen as the tale unfolds. Long, long ago, about 60 million years before the first lullaby was sung, far beneath the emerald cliffs we now call Northern Ireland, the ground felt a soft, warm stirring. It was like the earth itself was taking a slow, sleepy breath. Warmth rose from very far below, gentle and patient. Hot liquid lava, smooth and glowing like warm honey, pushed through cracks in the ancient white chalk. It flowed out slowly, spreading across the land and into the sea. This lava was basalt lava, rich with iron and magnesium that painted it the deepest charcoal black. It did not rush nor roar. It simply settled, thick and calm, layer upon layer, until the surface began to cool. As the basalt cooled, it wanted to shrink just a little, the way you make yourself smaller under a warm, cozy blanket when the room grows chilly. Tiny stresses whispered inside the rock, "We need more room." So the basalt began to crack, not in angry, wild lines, but in slow, thoughtful ones. The cracks grew straight down from the cooled surface, meeting at perfect angles. Nature, you see, loves harmony, and the most harmonious shape of all is the hexagon. 6 even sides fitting together like the petals of an evening primrose. Layer by layer, the cooling crept deeper. The basalt became thousands upon thousands of tall pillars, over 40,000 of them, standing shoulder to shoulder like patient guardians. Some reached as high as the tallest trees, others stood shorter, but all locked together so neatly they seemed carved by large, loving hands. Their flat tops formed perfect hexagons, dark and cool under the silvery moonlight. And that is how the Giant's Causeway came into being. A pathway of wondrous stone columns stepping gently into the sea, shaped by the slow, magical ways of cooling basalt lava. But every great rock has its story told in 2 ways, by science and by hearts, and I especially love the hearts version. In those far-off days, a kind Irish giant named Finn McCool lived on those very cliffs. He was as tall as a hill, broad as a meadow, and gentle as a summer rain. One twilight, as the sea sang its evening song, Finn heard a deep, booming voice drift across the waves from Scotland. It was another giant, Benandonner, the god of combat, calling out challenges and saying unkind things on how Ireland was so small. Finn's heart felt a quiet ache. He did not wish for anger. He only wished for peace. So, with his great hands, Finn gathered dark basalt stones from the shore. One by one, Finn placed the dark, heavy stones carefully into the water. The stones lined up, forming a bridge of perfect hexagons that stretched all the way across the Irish Sea to Scotland. Sleepy gray seals lazily scratched their tummies, watching as Finn slowly crossed the bridge. When Finn stepped onto the far shore and peeked over the hill, his breath caught. Brennan Donner was truly enormous. His shadow could cover whole villages. His footsteps made the earth tremble. Finn felt very small indeed, even though he was a giant. Quietly, he hurried back across his bridge, one boot slipping off and tumbling into the waves. And that is why, to this day, a single boot-shaped rock rests alone on the shore. He ran home to his cottage, where his clever wife, the queen of the fairies, Una, waited with a knowing smile. "Hide in the cradle, my love," she whispered. "Trust me." Finn curled up in the giant wooden cradle. Una tucked a soft blanket around him and gave him a pacifier as big as an apple. He looked quite ridiculous, but very much like a sleeping baby. Soon the door shook with a thunderous knock. Ben and Donner filled the night sky. "Where is Finn McCool?" he roared. "I have come to settle this." Una opened the door with the calmest face in all the world. "Oh, Finn is out gathering moonbeams," she said sweetly. "But please come in. You must be weary. Would you like to meet our little one?" She led the Scottish giant to the cradle. Ben and Donner leaned down. There lay baby Finn, curled tight, eyes closed, snoring the tiniest snore. Ben and Donner's eyes grew wide as full moons. If this is their baby," he whispered, voice shaking like leaves in the wind, "then what must the father be like?" He imagined a giant so mighty he could lift mountains with one hand. Fear tiptoed into Ben and Donner's heart. Without another word, he cautiously backed away, then turned and ran so fast the ground shook, and the sleepy seals awoke with a start and dove into the waves of the Irish Sea. As Ben and Donner crossed back over the causeway, he tore up the stones behind him in panic, scattering them into the dark sea so no one could follow. He left the beautiful basalt columns standing on Ireland's side and a few on Scotland's shores too. When the thunderous footsteps faded, Una peeked into the cradle. "You can come out now," she whispered. Finn climbed out and hugged his wife closely. "Thank you," he said softly. "You saved everything with your gentle cleverness." And from that day forward, whenever anyone gazed at the strange path of six-sided stones leading into the sea, the people of Ireland would smile and say, "That is the Giant's Causeway." Finn McCool built it to visit a neighbor, but his wise wife made sure the visit ended in peace. Now, sweet dreamer, before this story carries us fully into sleep, let me pause for just a moment. If these quiet tales of ancient rocks and gentle giants bring you comfort and wonder, if you love slipping into stories where science and magic hold hands, then please consider tapping that subscribe button. Ring the bell so you never miss a bedtime whisper, and share this video with someone who needs a soft story. Your kind hearts keep these tales flowing, and thank you from the bottom of mine. Now, come back to the causeway. The basalt still stands there, strong and dark, hexagonal and full of secrets. It reminds us that the most beautiful things often happen slowly and quietly. A flow of honeyed fire turning into perfect stone, a clever heart turning away trouble, and the earth weaving wonder and legend together. Close your eyes, little one. The basalt columns keep gentle watch under the shining moon. The giants rest now. The rock dreams on, and so do you. Sleep tight, precious one. Sweet dreams.